All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is Michael McCoy. Coming back to you. It's been a while, but I'm back out here again. Yeah, the day of the Lord is a day of darkness, right? Right now it's dark. Recently, my friend, his dad got gunned down. The Arabs, so Ishmaelites, and the Arabs, and gunned down by a person he thought he knew. Basically, set up to be robbed, and the robbery went south, and he got gunned down, and the Lord is behind that. So yeah, a good example. Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather than fear which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Yeah, fear the Lord Yahweh Bashim and Hashai, because he's able to kill both body and soul in hell, in all conditions, And the fear of the Lord, he's able to, but my friend got Yahweh Bashim and Hashai, took my dad's friend out. And they were well off, they were rich. Like his daughter was under 40 and doing top notch in real estate, under 40. So, and they were really doing well off and really well to do. So, also this Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death. And that's an example of riches not prospering in the day of wrath, because they're Arabs. They were really well off. Car lots, gas stations, you name it. Real estate. That's an example of riches not profiting in a day of wrath. Him getting taken out like that by someone you think you know. So also that's a lesson to be very careful with your surroundings, and if when you think you know somebody, you may not know them, so you have to be careful. Out here. You think you know somebody, but you probably don't know. And again, you have to be careful. So, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people mourn. Yeah, I was watching something about the Navy. Even in the military of, even on Esau's on military, the Navy, the living conditions are horrible, and the people are committing suicide in the Navy because the living conditions are so terrible. The living conditions on the ships are horrible. And the soldiers are probably treated like crap. But look, the wicked's wrong. Even people in the military are having a hard time with just living conditions on a ship, and they rather live, in a better condition. And that's an example from even the military. Here it is. The United States has the biggest budget for military spending, and you can't even get the soldiers good living conditions. You spend the most out of all countries combined, and you don't even take care of the soldiers' living conditions on boats. You let the soldiers live in the conditions of crap, and here it is. You have the biggest budget. Something ain't right here, man. You're not even taking care of the soldiers who are laying down their lives, or even making a sacrifice. Or even, you don't even care about they don't even care about their own soldiers. Especially the elites. The bankers, the banking families, they don't care about nobody. They can care less about the soldiers or anything. But I'm just giving you an example of across the board, man. That's another good example of when the wicked rolls, the people mourn. When righteous roll, the people rejoice. And you probably didn't think I was going to give an example about horrible living conditions on ships in the Navy, but the soldiers are not treated good. They're not. They're treated like crap. But this out here again. Doing another lesson. Kind of this out here doing another lesson, and kind of glad I'm able to pull off another lesson, and out here again. The food places. You have Taco Bell, Wendy's, McDonald's. You have Kroger. You have Subway. you have Domino's. The famine of food's coming, and yeah, everything's going down. Um, but yeah, this that ultimately my dad's friend, my friend's dad getting taken out. It's the judgment of the Lord, and Ishmael, richest prophet not in the day of wrath. And that happened in 2020. That happened a few years ago, man. I mean, he got taken out in 2020 when I kind of was just getting woke to the truth, And we already had our fun. I agree, you know. After work, I would go to the theater, watch movies. Never really got into dating girls, man. Just all I did was just work. So, but yeah, man. Just this across the board, from all areas of life, everyone's having a hard time. The rent's going up, everything's going up, food's going up, everything because the wicked is ruling. And even the example I gave tonight, on top of the rent and food and everything going up, the service members are living in crappy conditions. That should tell you something, man. That should tell you that the wicked is definitely ruling. And the service people across the board are talking about it, and the Navy want to watch the video, and they're like, "We'll get used to it." I mean, and that's the way it's going to be. It could be worse. I'm like, wow, man. But definitely glad to pull out a lesson tonight, like I used to, and basically this is kind of I think, and it's kind of like a lesson like I would do, and I'll get out there in the chief place of concourse, the highways and byways lesson. I like to being by myself, wanting to know the true doctrine of the Bible. I didn't know who the nations were. Never talked about Esau, the blessings, and I didn't know what the sword was. And that's the modern day God. But so this holler here, doing another lesson. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Thank you, Great Millstone, for teaching the 100% truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings so full shine around the world. This is Michael McCoy. Have a blessed night. And a good example is you don't have to sell out. You don't have to sell out. To get a decent ride. You don't have to sell out to do decent and be well off. I like it that way, because after hearing about what you really have to do, and what this, I listen to some guy, his name's Black Child, but what you have to do and what goes on, these celebrities, these entertainers are slaves, they go around with black cards, the RFD in their house, RFD in their car, Shaq or any of those entertainers can't go to the bank and pull out $1 million. Even on that deal, selling out and so cold, having the world. It's terrible. It's a terrible deal. It's not even worth it at all. You don't even gain the world. Those entertainers are slaves. Straight up, man. That's horrible. And I didn't. If regular people that are well-to-do are better off than the entertainers. Under that, what's it called, that MK Ultra mind control stuff, and saw a video when Conor McGregor was snapped out of his mind control, and it was like, it's horrible. It's a horrible deal, So, but be blessed, be safe. This is Michael McCoy. Have a blessed night.